Tropical storm Alberto has been downgraded to a tropical depression tonight. It continues to move across Texas and Mexico. Flooding is continuing to be a problem. Take a look at this video showing Mexican first responders rescuing stranded drivers in the city of Monterrey. So far, at least 3 deaths have been blamed on the storm. And even though the storm is hundreds of miles away, it really has caused more coastal flooding in Louisiana this morning.
Strong wind gusts have pushed water onto roads and people's property. Eleanor Tabone joining us now live from Venetian Isles.
That's right, Katie and Cherise. Just take a look at all this water still in Venetian Isles. Now, I know our crews were out here last night, but I'm here today. And the water further back, I walked all the way down to those letterboxes back there, where that white letterbox, the water was close to being over my knees. We spoke to some residents who lives right around the corner, and they said the water is above their knees. But the residents I spoke to say that they deal with flooding like this often, especially if there are some strong winds coming from the east. The water from Lake Catherine and Lake Bourne just flows into this residential neighborhood, and they told me it's just a part of living in Venetian Isles.
Well, it's part of living, outside the protection system. I mean, whenever you have a storm, or an event in the Gulf, we're going to get this. This isn't a daily occurrence, obviously, but it's just part of living in paradise, I guess.
Katie and Cherise, I will say, since we've been here for the last hour and a half, 2 hours, the water has receded significantly. We're seeing part of the road now visible, but again, not many low-lying cars are going through. The only cars that we're seeing traveling past are high trucks. A lot of the cars are lined up on the roadway behind us because the water, just as many residents told us, is just so deep the further back you go into this neighborhood. But reporting live in Venetian Isles, Eleanor Tabone, WWL, Louisiana.
Eleanor, thanks. Coastal flood warning ended about an hour ago.
Yeah, and as Eleanor just mentioned, the water really is starting to recede. Give it a little bit, though. Chief Meteorologist Chris Franklin has a look at the impacts that we could see for the rest of tonight and the week, really, Chris.
Yeah, and the warning has expired, but still coastal flood advisories up until tomorrow. And some areas may still see some standing water even on into the weekend. These are the remnants of Alberto, so we're not going to get any additional advisories from the National Hurricane Center, but obviously the remnants still providing a lot of heavy rainfall, mainly over Mexico, but also continuing into South Texas. The overall broad circulation is still drawing in that deep tropical moisture from the Gulf waters, and that overall broad circulation still keeping our winds fairly brisk, even inland. Offshore winds 18 miles an hour, though these numbers have been steadily decreasing, they still remain pretty brisk across much of the Gulf region. So these numbers have actually started to come down now with regards to the height above high tide. It will still be an issue tomorrow, and again, we should start to see continue to see, I really should say, improving conditions for the rest of the next couple of days. Now that we're done with Alberto, we'll be watching another wave that is in the Caribbean, moving toward almost the exact same location, as well as now Invest 92. I'd mentioned this one last night. It does both of those do have a medium chance of developing, but neither pose a threat to us. More on that and our building heat in the next couple of days in just a few minutes.
All right, Chris, thank you.